Hello guys, this is fourth video about reviewing Spring Boot application performance. If you haven't watched previous so go ahead and watch them. What we will talk about in this video is we will answer that question that we played with for some time in these three videos. And the question was what the difference between fixed delay and fixed rate in schedule. What we discovered in these three videos is that doesn't matter what we do, the fixed delay and fixed rate, it seems it behaves exactly the same. Doesn't matter what we do. We tried to run this in blocking fashion, it's like when task is blocking and then one runs after another, and we discovered that doesn't matter what the parameter of annotation is, they run sequentially anyway. And if we try to run it not sequentially but asynchronously, or trying to create a new tasks inside this method, then they will be asynchronously run. And this annotation again doesn't affect them at all. So as if these annotations are kind of useless, both of them. So in this video, I'll show finally what it means if you haven't guessed yet, or if you haven't read documentation very carefully. So I will show what it means. And once you know it, I guess you will remember. And then working with your application with scheduled, you will understand what it is when you reason about performance and trying to read someone else's code. Because this, it could be confusing. So let's go and analyze this code. I just created this simple code. I'll remove all async, make it super simple. We have this component. We have only two tasks scheduled. I will comment and uncomment this one and that one. You'll know what's going on. Like I covered in my previous videos, there is a configuration for the task. We will comment out all configuration here, just not to be confused for you. So we don't think about it at all. We just know that by default, everything is like one threaded and blocking. Okay. And this will be enough for us to go forward to analyze what's going on. First, as we did before, we'll just comment out this fixed rate and concentrate only on fixed delay. Before going anywhere, I'll just open my magic editor, this GIMP. I'll open my magic brush. Where it is? It is here. And I will draw something for you. It's supposed to be black. Okay, now it's black. Like that. I'll be drawing always on top. I like this function in Ubuntu. This function doesn't exist in Windows. Anyway, so we have tasks. Let's draw this. Like this is like a task 1 and this is task 2. So visually, let's say this task runs 10 seconds and this is also 10 seconds. Let's imagine that they are the same size. Then what is fixed delay? Fixed delay is this. Okay. So if we say 1 second, it means it will wait for 1 second here. And then what is fixed rate? Fixed rate is this. We run this task and let's say the same thing. We run this task. You see this kind of like a delay. So what this fixed rate is saying is that it's not going to wait for this task to complete, right? So let's say if you put, like in this case, we put 1 second to wait. So if we say 1 second, it means this 1 second is from the beginning of the task. Okay, so it means that we'll try to run this task if it can. If it can't, it will run it as soon as possible. So let's say if it runs in 10 seconds, if this takes 10 seconds to run first task, then the second task will be run immediately after without any waiting, because we already exceeded 1 second of waiting here, right? So it will try to run it every second, but because it can't, because everything is blocking, it will run it immediately after, right? Immediately after. But this will be waiting for 1 second. And that's basically a difference. Another point to say that these annotations are not made for anything asynchronous, right? There is impossible for task to run in parallel and these annotations to be in place somehow, working in a async environment. So this is made for sequential processing. So again, this annotation is for synchronous processing. They designed it to be used like I explained it here on this picture for you, because this is a rate to execute and this is delay. So you see the difference, right? Theoretically, I could run this like a desired rate or something like that. You see desired rate, 1 second. And if it exceeds 1 second, okay, it's not gonna wait, it will schedule another one immediately. So that's the difference. And right now, I'll prove it to you. I'm running this. You see, I put the start and end and the name of the task and seconds. Let me zoom it for you here. One is started, then in 10 seconds another is started. Let me just explain it for you. So first one started here, right? Start. Then 10 seconds passed and it ended here. Then it waits, delays for 1 second and it starts new one. Let's put here 2 seconds. Yes, you see 91, waiting for 10 seconds because everything is sequential, like I said. Then it's ended, and then in 2 seconds, you see in 2 seconds, it's scheduled new one. So that's the mystery about fixed delay. I hope that you're not disappointed. Then we comment this out and do the same experiment for the fixed rate. We started this fixed rate 1 second and it's take 10 seconds. So what we expecting is that in 10 seconds it will start new task immediately, like we draw here, right? It's not gonna be waiting for this. It will start immediately new task. And this is exactly what happened. Look, 32, 42 after 10 seconds, and then it starts new task at the same second. Yep. So that's it, and hope you enjoyed this video. It's a short video, but I still encourage you to watch my 3 videos and see how you would struggled if you follow them. But they were designed actually for struggle, and this way you will remember, and this way you will think about other ways to use this framework, with scheduled, without scheduled, with new thread, with executions, with virtual threads, all that I covered in these 3 videos. Let's just talk. Every time when you see something in the code like that, fixed rate and fixed delay, you have to reason. You have to understand what it is, and you have to know like why exactly we put it there. It just for this specific reason, like do you need to wait between tasks to run or you don't need to wait between tasks to run? You see? So it's more like about optimization in a way than like a performance, right? What could be performance? Like if by some reason you don't want to run too many tasks and you have to wait like artificially to wait 5 seconds between them, you can put it. If you want to tweak your performance in a way that everything is like failing, and then you just put this fixed delay between tasks and then you will be safer. Okay, so it's like one of the way to look at this. Or if you know that your tasks are small, right? Let's see, if your tasks are really small like that and you put fixed rate, like let's say it's 1 second task, 1 second task, and you put fixed rate for 10 seconds to execute, well, they will be running this 10 seconds because it's a fixed rate, right? And one is haven't exceed 10. So everything will be fixedly scheduled in 10 seconds. Okay, hope it makes sense. Okay guys, thank you for watching. See you in the next video.